Okay, everyone, we are live from the virtual Benikiva studios. My name is Bobbie Shrivastav, co-founder, chief product officer at Benikiva. With me, I have the amazing Brent Williams, my partner in crime, and Nick Lamparelli, my adopted partner in crime. And then with us, we have our guest, Carolyn Clement.
Hi.
Let's do a quick round of introductions. So Carolyn, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Carolyn Clement, and I work at LO Global, which hopefully you've heard of, LIMRA and LOMA. We are worldwide membership organizations that provide research and access to consulting and education and information and training and all sorts of good stuff, but mostly connecting people in the industry to each other to make everything better. That's what we do. And I'm a product manager in our regulatory compliance suite of products. So I like to call it compliance with jazz hands.
Brent and Nick, quick intro.
Go.
Yeah, I'm Brent Williams, founder and CEO of Benikiva. I think most everybody knows me by now, the bald guy.
And I'm the anti-bald head, except in the back. I am Nick Lamparelli, Chief Underwriting Officer at Rethought and podcaster at Coverager. I desperately need a haircut, and this is my good friend Chase and his good friend Zuma, and they're on. The Paw Patrol is on the roll. Let's go.
Savannah would love this show. Looking at our wanting to get started with our Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. And Carolyn, as our guest, you get to share one or as many as you want happy stories.
All right. How much time do we have?
2 minutes.
Okay. How much?
I'm just kidding.
Okay. So what I thought I'd share with you first is why I will be spending the weekend, some of the time this weekend, creating the perfect regulatory compliance cocktail. Sounds good, right? Yeah. So this story starts long, long ago in a faraway time and place, back when people used to gather together in person, like breathing on each other and like sharing space. It was January. Yeah. Wow. So remember those days? Yeah. So since I'm the product manager for our regulatory compliance, I wanted to do a little internal education with my colleagues to help them understand a little better about what we do, what we offer, how we help our member companies. So at LIMRA, one of the ways we do that a lot is through lunch and learns. Are you guys familiar with that concept? Like you invite everyone at lunchtime, they come, bring a lunch, they learn something. Whoever wants to attend does. So I thought about sending out the invitation to the regulatory compliance lunch and learn. And I thought, like that possibly could not be the hugest box office hit, the regulatory compliance hour. So I wanted to think of something that would actually get people there to learn more about what we do. So I thought coffee. Everything's better with coffee, right? Are you guys coffee drinkers?
Yes, big time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do coffee and compliance. It alliterates. There's coffee. Sounds good. But I'm in my exterior life, I'm a singer, and I thought coffee and compliance. Why not? Compliance coffee house, candles on the table, live acoustic music, a little bit of compliance, and thus the Compliance Coffee House was born. So I talked to some of my friends at work who I knew were musicians, and they connected me with others, and we put together a little band, a little LIMRA band. And the three folks that joined that, a data analyst, a researcher, and a business development manager, are incredible music. Like I had no idea we were in for really amazing musicians. So we got together and worked out a playlist and did the Compliance Coffee House. And it was a smash hit. It was our biggest internal education ever.
Wow.
The music was great. I have a couple of bad iPhone videos on my YouTube channel. Happy to share those with you if you'd like. But the room was so packed, it would definitely give us all agita if we were to see it right now. It was people everywhere, jamming to the music, learning about regulatory compliance, and it was a beautiful thing.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so fast forward to now. We've had some updates and some different things we're working on, and I thought, it's about time to do another one of those. And of course, we're all virtual, so we can't serve coffee. But I decided to take the lead of our IT department. So the LL Global IT department has been hosting these LL Genius bars, they call them, sometimes on Thursdays, where we get together, they do a little information, like don't click on links, stuff like that, how to use WebEx. And then they have someone from their IT department do a little demo. Like one of our team members showed us how to make stuffed French toast for Mother's Day, and everyone invited their kids so that they could learn how to do that. So I thought I'd take a little page from their book and do the Thursday at 4, which seems to be a good time for people to gather. But, my thought is people don't really want to have coffee after 4 p.m. It's like, living in a global pandemic, it's hard enough to get good sleep. So add coffee into the mix, and that's probably not a great idea. But what is good after 4? Cocktails. Yes.
Coffee and cocktails.
Yeah.
I was hoping this is where this was going.
Yeah. So, I thought, why not develop like the perfect, I feel like regulatory compliance has been waiting a long time for the perfect signature drink. So this weekend, I'm going to spend some time trying to work through some options. And I don't know how to do drink recipes at all, but, the internet exists. So, I looked. And it talked about like spirits, something sour, something sweet, something bitter. So I thought I'd start with this Campari, right? Because it is bitter.
Yeah.
And not that I want to play into all the compliance tropes, but bitter, I don't know. And then I thought maybe for the sweet, date syrup, because, like hitting the dates, meeting deadlines, very important in compliance. Not sure what to do for the sour, but I'll definitely include some herbs because I have an herb garden right out there. And also herbs have long been considered to have kind of a protective effect when you ingest them, right? And like, what is compliance but the protective effect? It's there to protect consumers. It's there to protect the company, the business. So you got to have that in the drink. So I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but when perfected, I'd be happy to share the recipe with you and invite you to a toast. So that is why I'm spending some of my weekend creating the perfect compliance cocktail. Cheers.
Nice.
I think I've never seen anyone be that happy about compliance and regulation. I thought, like, to Brent, like a few months back when I was creating this security thing, I was whining and complaining and like, I think I should have had this approach. It would have been more positive.
I'm telling you.
That's a good idea.
We would come up with some great names for the drink, like Moral Hazard or Adverse Selection.
I think that's amazing. So I would be happy to open up. I'm seeking ingredient ideas or naming, I might even give naming rights. So it could be like, Moral Hazard, like sponsored by Coverager or something, whatever, whatever. I'm happy to accept any of your ideas. And why not have some fun?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So where's the spirit moving, Tara?
Me.
Okay.
So 2 things. Business-wise, ending May, best month ever in the company.
Nice.
following a month that was also the best month ever.
Wow.
So
That's great.
it's kind of awesome. Secondarily, got the black mold removed from the house. Life can return back to normal as soon as the contractors put the carpets in this weekend. So
There you go.
Nice.
that's my happy Fridays returning back to normal. So a moral hazard to all of you. Right?
I'll go next. So my Happy Friday story this week will be a Ben Akiva story. You know, as Ben Akiva is starting to get more and more known in the industry, Bobbie and I had a unique opportunity this morning that I don't know if many people would have actually loved to do, but it was pretty cool. We were invited to present our Ben Akiva story and our platform to 3 insurance carriers out of South Africa. So these carriers found us, and it's a basically it's a umbrella company that owns three insurance carriers under it. And they reached out to us and said, hey, we've heard about Ben Akiva. We want to hear more about Ben Akiva. Is there any way we can get on a call? And we said, sure, happy to get on a call. We're available 8 to 3 Central Standard Time. We said, no. We got to do this in South Africa time. So Bobbie and I got up at my time, 2:50 a.m. this morning to have a meeting, a global meeting. Bobbie was 3:50 a.m. this morning. And, but you know, we went through the meeting. The meeting went great. They love Ben Akiva. As a matter of fact, we got an email less than 2 hours later saying we want to have a follow-up meeting with more stakeholders on Monday. So they're actually moving very fast as well. But Bobbie and I had a conversation afterwards, and we said, you know what? How cool is this? You know, we started Ben Akiva, and we thought we'd, stay pretty tight knit to the United States, and now all of a sudden we have carriers from around the world basically reaching out to us to hear the Ben Akiva story. So that made me pretty happy. I will say, I sent Bobbie a text last night. I was not happy about waking up at 2:30 this morning so that I could at least get my hair done a little bit so that I could shine on this Zoom meeting. But it was a pretty happy, cool story.
I would have figured that that's pretty much the hour that Brent Williams goes to bed. Wake up. What are you talking about? On your schedule? No. Get some sleep.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for you. Global, and you have to add the adjective, global insurtech.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Very nice.
So you know what we ended up doing after that meeting? Shot another video.
We did.
We had to do a video.
We're like, crap, we're up now.
Here with the Coverager team. I think it's gonna be, you guys are gonna really like what Ben Akiva team does at 3-4 in the morning. Super raw video. But we're gonna turn this into a podcast.
All of your defenses are down. You're such zombies. It's like your true creative spirit can come out.
Now, full disclosure for the meeting and the video this morning, I did put on pants, so it's not just a t-shirt.
Wow.
And nothing.
Okay.
I did get dressed. So
That's commitment. Excellent.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. No TMI there.
So I'll go with my happy story. So this week for me has been a little bit rough. So I had a family member that passed away. So, and then this week was also my, birth, I had a birthday. I just didn't feel like celebrating. But one thing I was very happy, grateful for is the fact that I have family, right? And I'm surrounded by my family, and I'm surrounded by my Ben Akiva family, and I'm surrounded by like our insurance and our InsurTech family. It's so, yesterday was just so overwhelming. I kept getting messages from across the world, like on social media, sharing happy birthday, and friends were messaging and calling me, and it really is, it's unique, right? So we are part of a very, very good community, and you know, we keep meeting more amazing people like Carolyn. I met her on Twitter. So, and then got to see her face to face last year in Hartford. So I think
Yay, InsurTech Hartford. Woo!
So I think that's, you know, that's what that made me happy, you know, even though I just didn't feel like celebrating, but it forced me to be happy. So
Nice.
Well, happy birthday.
Yes.
thank you.
You're 27? Close enough. Well, happy birthday.
I'm not celebrating a milestone birthday. That's all I have to say. No milestone yet. I'm a few years, maybe a couple of years away from that. But I'll still love the fact that I'm in my 30s. I guess I can still say I'm in my 30s.
Don't look a day over 27.
Thank you. Okay, everyone. Happy Friday. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yes, that's awesome. We have to come up with drink names. Chase may be a good drink name for everyone.
Yes, so I would say, you know, put those in the comments section so that I can find those. And I promise to give you, whoever submits the winning drink name will get full credit. I promise.
Moral hazard.
All right.
Okay, guys. Happy
Thanks,
Friday.
everyone.
Bye.
Everyone.